Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and today we're talking about PayPal. And PayPal has gotten in some hot water with Barnes & Noble, the, I guess, biggest bookseller that's not Amazon. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell who's the big bookstore seller these days when books themselves are not being bought nearly as often as they used to be, not even digitally. I have to be honest, folks, I cringe a little with books. I love books, love reading them, and yet they're not respected. And I say that as a stack of books I actually purchase up my Surface so that I can make these videos. And they're not bad books either. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of bothers me that I do that, but I don't know what else to do. But anyway, so PayPal sent, fairly recently, or I don't know if it was recently, but Barnes & Noble is now officially a partner of PayPal. And this was an advantage of PayPal breaking away from eBay. They could build partnerships with other companies, and they could integrate the PayPal payment system into their sites. And while I saw this for a lot of sites for a long time, the PayPal logo is way more synonymous now with pretty much any form of online shopping. And it's, I personally don't use PayPal. I have an account to get money just in case someone wants to donate something, but otherwise I don't really use it. I don't like the company. And I'm assuming Barnes & Noble doesn't like the company much either, because PayPal sent out an email to their users not talking about their partnership with Barnes & Noble. And if that was all it was, maybe there wouldn't be a problem. But the issue is that PayPal wasn't telling people that they could now buy things with Barnes & Noble through PayPal. They were telling people you can now return things to Barnes & Noble through PayPal. They advertise free return shipping, where if you wanted to return something, you just had to say, yeah, I want to return it. You will get a prepaid PayPal return shipping label to Barnes & Noble at no cost to you, and you can send the book back. And they have a picture of someone reading a book happily. Now, this caused a huge problem with Barnes & Noble, because if it's not bad enough that books are not being sold as often, a big problem with books, especially hardcover books, is that a lot of people who buy them do return them. They read them fast enough, but they keep them in good enough condition, and they return them. Now, the advantage to an online sale of a book is that you can charge a restocking fee, because guess what? There's no way to know if the book is still in good condition. Heck, there's no way to even tell if anyone just bought the book and changed their mind. It's just, yeah. There's the return policy on Barnes & Noble as a website is a little bit more strict, and by charging people shipping to return it, it cut back on this practice, because it's like, you know what, hey, the return shipping was enough of a big deal, enough of a hassle, that it discouraged people from returning books that they had already read. But here comes PayPal, and they took away that restriction now. It's like, hey, if you paid for this book through PayPal, you can return it. And as a Barnes & Noble spokesperson stated, we're not a library. We are not a library. We are in the business to sell books. And unless there's something wrong with the book, you should not be encouraging people to send it back. Because what the email implied is that you could read the book, enjoy the book, and then return the book, and thus you can get your money back. You know what? You can do that at a library. You just have to get off your fat, lazy butt to go there. Okay, sorry. I know people who read books are typically not fat. But, people like this annoy me. I'm sorry. They just do. They just do. It annoys me. So, anyway, I don't anticipate the partnership falling apart for this reason, but I do anticipate future retailers and even maybe Barnes & Noble to go into their PayPal agreement and more or less amend it, or tell PayPal, hey, you know what? You can't do that. We have our own return policy. You're just the payment service. You don't get to make return decisions on our behalf. You don't get to write your own return policy. And that is ultimately the biggest problem with PayPal, both from the company and the user side, because since it did start as an eBay payment service, it always has had this fail-safe policy where, hey, if you didn't like something or you were unhappy with your purchase, you could get your money back. It was a guarantee. But now that PayPal is branching out into other websites and being used as a money transfer service and not a eBay service, they need to actually severely cut back what that policy says they can do, because it's going to be rife with abuse from people who buy physical goods from a variety of different resellers and they just change their mind, or they use the item and don't want it anymore and they just want to return it. You can't have that sort of return policy with Barnes & Noble. You can't have it with, okay, I'm not going to say Amazon because obviously they don't care, but you can't have it with Walmart. You can't have it with Target. You can't have it with Best Buy. You can't have it with Fry's Electronics. You can't have it with GameStop. You can't have it with the Circuit City site that's relaunching. No, I'm not kidding. They're actually bringing Circuit City back, maybe. I know. Amazing. But so PayPal needs to be more careful about this. And even if it's going to take a while to change the policy, in the meantime, they should not be advertising that policy, because that creates real and justifiable friction between the retailers and the online stores with PayPal. Because when they brought PayPal on board, they did so to create another method of payment to encourage more buying. They did not partner with PayPal to encourage more returns. But with that said, that's where we're going to end this news article. What do you folks think? Do you agree with PayPal? Do you agree with Barnes & Noble? Do you screw PayPal system, or do you use it to screw sellers? I would like to know. Seriously, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month, or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store at Shopify. I do accept PayPal there, but I would prefer you not use it, just saying. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.